3 massive opportunities for wholesaling real estate in 2023. Guys, it's Rick again. In today's video, I'm going to go through the top 3 things that have really developed during this year, 2023, and how you can take full advantage of it in the wholesaling real estate space. But before I get into it, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, you hit that subscribe button to continue to receive the absolute best up-to-date information on wholesaling today. So coming at number 1, unless you've been hiding under a rock or you haven't been on the internet at all this year, it is AI. And AI is just an acronym for artificial intelligence. I know you're thinking like, Rick, how the heck does AI affect wholesaling? I'm here to tell you, before I get into the whole thing of AI is going to affect everything you do in your life. I mean, literally everything. And if you don't believe me, you're going to find out shortly. Those of you that picking up the phone and calling customer service, maybe you're complaining about your credit card bill, maybe it's your internet bill, whatever it is, I'm telling you, you're not going to even know if you're talking to a human being anymore. So you can complain, you can scream at it. The AI is trained to take the human language and adapt it. You see, AI, the fundamental difference is it learns and it doesn't go away. It doesn't pass away like a human being. So it has the ability to adapt. The more pronunciations, the more sentences, everything it hears, the better it interacts with humans. Now, it might be a little bit rough at first, but I've already experienced this firsthand. If you are going to call and complain, it is cheaper for corporations to use AI software to actually train employees to sit down and deal with this. I promise you, this will be the first line of defense. Are we going to get to the point in wholesaling where AI actually screens your leads, interacts with them, and qualifies them? I'm here to tell you, that's not going to work right now. See, you have to use AI. You got to use the tools to help you accumulate leads, help you sort through the information, and find the best motivated seller list humanly possible. After that, it is up to you to interact with these highly qualified leads and get them closed. AI is not supposed to do everything for you. Honestly, if AI does everything for us, there's no reason for us humans to be here. So I want you to understand the function of AI in wholesaling is to assist you in doing daily tasks that can be automated so you can get better leads, higher quality lists, and a much better closing rate. But it's never going to do all for you. So those of you seeing the ads where like AI is going to talk to your leads, they're going to sort through them, I'm here to tell you that part, I don't think it's going to work, at least in the next few years. Now, using it for the tools I'm about to explain to you, it's going to change your wholesaling business. Let's get into it. First one, digital bandit signs. Guys, this is great. You all know I love physical bandit signs, but we're talking about taking those physical bandit signs and put them out on the internet. You put them in Facebook groups. You can even do them in other social media platforms, but basically you post in there. Now, it's not an actual physical sign. You can use emojis or whatever, but you are basically taking a physical bandit sign and going out on the digital space, and you put them everywhere. Now, the key is first penetrate your organic groups. But Rick, I have to do that. What's AI got to do? It's going to help you write the ad copy, write the right script, and use the right conversations to interact with these people. And it's going to be a little test and give. You've got to experiment with it. But guys, digital bandit signs, you can massively scale this. You got to go out in the internet and search for these types of leads. Use AI to help you write the copy and then penetrate your groups organically, because that's how you find really good leads. The next part is we always talk about government lists between me and Zach on freewholesaling.com. And if you want to learn how to use government lists, go to freewholesaling.com. Rick, how is AI going to get me government lists? AI you can use specifically to write letters, to do email responses. You can make them formal letters, you can make them electronic letters, however you want to do it, but you can simply ask, help me pull up all the code violations, all the tax delinquencies, so I can request in like the St. Lucie County Building Department. By putting your parameters in there, it will, if you go through ChatGPT or you can use BART with Google, either one of them, ChatGPT has a 2-year look back window, so it doesn't do the most modern information, but a lot of this information is very simple. It's just the English language, putting a letter together. If you use BART with Google, it is real time, and I like it a lot. But regardless which one you choose, it helps you compose letters. You can do hundreds and hundreds of letters. Think about if you do this virtually, you can send electronic requests and you don't have to sit there and like type. The old days used to actually type a letter out. Use AI to be your virtual assistant to make these requests. Now, just because you send out 100 letters doesn't mean you're getting 100 lists. You're gonna have to overcome resistance with persistence. You're gonna have to write them back. If you can just get 4 or 5 lists out of that initial response you do, AI has made you better at your wholesaling game. Let's talk about comping. You got to understand, when I started wholesaling, comping was going to a realtor and like working with them. It was the only way to get it done. Fast forward today, there's so many APIs that will run the comps automatically for you. It's built in your CRMs. Guys, you can use Zillow, you can use Trilio. A lot of you use PropStream, use Batch. It's so simplified, it's ridiculous. This is AI working to help you pull information. Remember, I don't want you to be a comp specialist. A comp specialist is what we call a real estate agent. You've just got to get an average comp of a conservative number, and you got to get a number significantly below that to have a true wholesaling deal. So if you want to be perfect at comps, it's going to program you to become a realtor. If you want to learn how to get discounted properties, you need to seek out and find motivated sellers. So comping is very simple. It's available to everyone. You also have to understand this information that's available to you. It's also available to homeowners. So the only thing that's really changed in comping since I did it, other than going to a realtor, is homeowners actually have this information as well too. So I want you to understand, if a homeowner can pull up a Zillow Zestimate, you have to logically explain to them why the number is right, why the number is wrong, and explain to them how the numbers work. And remember, if there is motivation, meaning they need to sell the house, they don't want to sell the house, you can easily overcome the comp issue. And most sellers know if they have an issue with the house, they're going to be selling it for a discount. You need to seek out and find motivated sellers. Use AI to assist you in this. I talked earlier about ad copy. My God, whenever I used to have to write a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, any type of ad copy on a website, a landing page, anything, honestly, I had to hire someone to help me write it. I didn't have the confidence to write it. Now, you can duplicate other people, but I don't want you to plagiarize. AI through ChatGPT, Bart, unbelievable. And here's the really cool part is when you put in the ad copy, you can tell it to simplify it. You can tell it to write it at a third grade level. Remember, keep it super simple and leave a reason for a seller to call you. You can use AI to actually write the structure of the ad, and you give the commands. Please shorten. Please be more descriptive. Please make sure you have a call to action. All this stuff, it's going to truly help you write ad copy. Guys, you got to understand, this stuff used to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. You used to have to go to seminars, webinars. It's all here for you. So if you don't use it, people like me are going to use it, and we're going to take full advantage, and we're going to have a competitive advantage over finding motivated sellers. Why? Because we got better ad copy. How do we get better ad copy? We used AI. Last but not least, data sorting. You guys can now take crime statistics, put them in ChatGPT, and tell it to spit it out with you, and tell it to put it in an Excel spreadsheet, and it will do the entire thing for you. You can jump city to city. This is extremely valuable for those of you that are doing virtual wholesaling, because now you can find out where the areas people are going, where the flow of people are, whatever data you want. You can go through BART, or you can use ChatGPT, and you can organize it, and it's going to help you get information much faster. You can get it quicker. And honestly, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can install a plugin on your phone on an app with ChatGPT, and you can plug it in right on your phone. You don't even have to be in your computer anymore. So if you're out and talking to people, if you need to get numbers, you can do voice commands, voice prompts, or you can type it in, and you can get instant AI information at your fingertips. Why is this valuable? Because you can get data so much faster, and the more data and the more information you get at a faster rate, the quicker you can make a decision. Why is that valuable? Because you'll beat out your competition. AI gives you this strategic advantage in wholesaling in 2023. The next massive opportunity is the interest rate going on in 2023. It's absolutely been nuts. If you guys haven't followed this, we basically went from market as low as like 2.7, 2.9 interest rates. I'm talking about in mortgages specifically, and now we're well over 7, like 7.25. And if you do some of the no money down deals and the jumbos, they push 8%. That's as of shooting this video in late 2023. Now, it's possibility they could keep raising this rate, but the crazy thing is created such a disparity in the market. You think these rates would kill real estate. It's actually had the opposite effect. And I want to go into a little bit more depth on you. You got to understand this. With such a disparity in rate, there's a large percent of people, 60% plus of the US population, that has an interest rate of 4% or less. So they're holding on to their real estate because if they sell it, they almost have to pay double. And even if they get a nicer home or a less home, it's actually going to cost them more per month per mortgage. So it has shrunk inventory. Inventory is at an all-time low as I shoot this video. Some markets are up, but for the most part, like Florida, we have very little inventory. And when the less inventory, it does drive up demand. Now, here's the challenge is it's much harder to sell a property because of the interest rates. And also a third of all transactions are going in cash now. I've never seen this before. So how long can this last? It can't last forever. But here's a couple things you have to consider. Number one, we have an election year coming up in 2024. And I've learned during election years, people like to keep a status quo. So we could be stuck in this paradox deep into 2024. I have no idea. All right. The only thing that's going to release this market is when interest rates drop. And we're going to have to get back to about a 5.5% interest rate, definitely below 6. And I think once you get in the 5s, you are going to see inventory explode. Everybody is pent up. And what this does is it creates what I call the slingshot effect. I personally witnessed back in 2009, 2010, when the market changed radically. The economy melted down. Real estate was the last one to come to the party. And when the party hit real estate, it was slow, but it built momentum. And what happens once it started, prices started collapsing, inventory started exploding. Every month it got sequentially worse. I mean, it really built. And once you start inventory exploding, it has like a pandemic effect. It spreads like wildfire. I was like, oh my God, I better sell. I got to sell because my neighbor's selling. Well, he's selling for 220. I'm going to sell for 210. This person's sell 200. Then it's 190. And everybody starts to panic. You better sell now. We're going to lose it. That's a good thing for you. Remember, wholesaling doesn't matter where the market is. We are making money today in wholesaling right now. Anybody tells you, oh, I can't make money in wholesaling right now in 2023, it means they don't really do wholesaling. They do speculation. So if you follow us and you learn at freewholesaling.com, you understand wholesaling works in up markets, in down markets, and flat markets. So we're somewhat in a flat market right now. This slingshot effect, when these rates come down and eventually the Fed will drop them. I don't know when. I don't have a crystal ball, but when they do, I believe inventory is going to explode and there's going to be more sellers than buyers. Now, I don't predict a crash, but who knows? I think there's going to be a modest pullback, but I think that the choices are going to be wide. The market needs this. And guys, I'm here to tell you the last time we had a pullback like this slingshot effect, which happened from 2009, 10, it was about 18 to 24 months. For the next 10 years, I've never seen wholesaling easier than my life. Those of you who think like it's a little bit tough right now, and it does have some challenges because we are in a very unique market, the opportunities after this are going to be unbelievable because think about all those houses that need so much help out there. They're all sitting there waiting, but they're waiting for the interest rates to drop. Guys, this is going to be an amazing opportunity. Right now, to take advantage of what's going on in the disparity interest rates, you've got to be really smart with your cash buyers. You have to build relationships with them. If wholesalers in the past taught you just to run and gun with the fastest cash buyer and don't worry about them, they're a dime a dozen, those days are over. Cash buyers are very smart. Find out what they want, because if you don't know what your customer wants, you can't go out and get the product for them. And last but not least, number 3 is reverse wholesaling. Reverse wholesaling has always worked. It's been around forever, but it's the art of doing wholesaling backwards. And when you have markets like this, it is a smart approach, meaning you go out and you do your cash buyer intel first. Why? Because that's your customer. If you don't know what your customer needs, how are you going to provide them a product? You really got to spend time with people now. And for the last 10 years, nobody's done this. So you got to go back, find what their areas they're buying, the price points, and make sure they have funds ready to go. And once you do that, then you go out and find motivated sellers. And once you have a motivated seller, if you can't get the exact price you need within your formula, what you can do is basically go back and talk to your cash buyer that you have a relationship with, that you have vetted, and go, listen, I got a 3-2 over in this zip code off this street, needs about 15 grand worth of work. What kind of number you think you need to be in for something like that? They give you a number. Now you go back, you have at least a rough offer. You can use that as a parameter to put the property under contract. And if you're not comfortable with the price, make sure you do a long contingency period. My recommendation is 30 days or more, because now tight deals you can make work. How do you make it work? You go talk to your customers. A lot of you think your customers is the motivated sellers. They're your product. Your cash buyers are your customer. If you don't take care of your customers, you don't have a wholesaling business. So guys, it's up to you. Let me know in the comments which one of these 3 strategies, hopefully you're employing all of them in 2023, but let me know which one you're fully taking advantage of. And as usual, if you got value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is Rick Ginn, and I'll see you in the next video.